Good evening, friends, and welcome to Granger Lion Playoff Football on SHN Sports. District champions. Just 1 second, folks. We're having some technical difficulty. Let's try this one more time. Run two. Good evening, friends, and welcome to Granger Lion Playoff Football on SHN Sports. Tonight's matchup faces the Granger Lions, the District 13 2A champions, versus the fourth place finisher in District 14 2A, the Louise Hornets, here at TJ Mills Field, or Stadium, at Mark Chapman Field. Also, I didn't know if you knew this, David England with me. Hello. I'm Michael Francis alongside David England, and shortly Travis Sessums will be with us. This is also the home of Eric Dickerson.
It is.
The once SMU Mustang great and NFL great, played with the Los Angeles Rams and, I believe, the Colts.
It is good to be here. It's a beautiful night in Sealy, Texas. Absolutely beautiful facility here. Beautiful football field, and the crowd is slowly starting to filter into the stadium. We've got the Louise Band is here, and slowly but surely we'll kick this off here in a little while.
We will get started here shortly, but before we do that, we need to take care of some obligations to the University Interscholastic League, and so we're going to play those spots for you right quick, and we'll be back shortly with the start of the game.
Meet Josh.
Hi, everybody.
Josh is a high school basketball player, solid shooter, great teammate.
Hey, don't forget my tenacious D.
And he's my son.
Oh.
So, what does Josh do to be the best basketball player he can be?
I play tennis.
Studies show that student athletes here in Texas who play more than one high school sport are more likely to excel. Tennis does more than improve Josh's conditioning. It gives him a fresh competitive outlet, reduces the risk of injury by cross-training, and introduces him to different coaching techniques and new friends.
Don't get me wrong, hoops are my first love. Tennis just gives me a little break.
So when the new season begins, Josh isn't burned out on basketball. He's eager to play, and you can see the difference in his game.
This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
The University Interscholastic League would like to thank its corporate sponsors. Without the generous support of these sponsors, many UIL activities would not be possible. The UIL gives special thanks to Balfour, Baylor Scott & White, Dairy Max, Dairy Queen, Ford, Fox Sports Southwest, Gatorade, Hellas Construction, Max Preps, the NFHS Network, Nike, Register My Athlete, Spalding, and Texas Farm Bureau Insurance. These generous corporate sponsors support the UIL in all its activities, music, academics, and athletics. The UIL appreciates these sponsors and their participation in all that the UIL does in Texas extracurricular activities. On behalf of the UIL and its corporate sponsors, thank you for supporting UIL activities in your community, and enjoy the game.
So why do teenagers play high school sports?
My reason why is a sense of purpose.
My reason why is to inspire others.
One reason student athletes seldom mention is to get an athletic scholarship. They know that only 2% of all high school athletes are awarded a sports scholarship. So why do they play?
My reason why is friendship.
Tell us your reason using the hashtag #MyReasonWhy.
This message presented by the NFHS and the Texas University Interscholastic League.
Friends, don't miss the UIL Football State Championship on December 20th through 23rd at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Tickets are available for purchase now through Ticketmaster. For more information, visit uil.org.
Hello, everybody. Once again, I'm Michael Francis alongside David England tonight.
It's good to be here, Michael.
It is great to be here in Sealy, Texas, to watch some 2A by-district playoff football between your Granger Lions and the Louise Hornets. Granger comes into tonight's contest 9-1, 5-0 in district as District 13 2A champions, as they will be taking on the District 14 2A fourth-place finisher in the Louise Hornets, finishing the season 3-7 and 1-3 in district. We'll take a moment for the national anthem, and we'll be right back with you. You're listening to Granger Lion Football on SHN Sports. Welcome back, friends. We're just about to get started here in Sealy, Texas, where the Lions and the Hornets will collide here in just a moment, David.
Yes, sir. Your Granger Lions are dressed in purple tops, yellow pants, and purple socks with purple helmets. With the
making some adjustments, and hopefully we're not coming in too terribly loud. Getting ready to receive tonight will be the Hornets. They will take possession first. Back deep for the Hornets, Christian Munoz.
Number 6, Roderick Schooler, and number 10, Morgan Williams.
And Morgan Williams back deep to receive for the Hornets. Granger finishing their season with a victory versus Chilton, 35-0 on the shutout. Louise dropping their season finale, regular season finale versus Flatonia, 20-12.
The referees seem to be resetting some stuff there. Looks like they've got everything sorted out now, hopefully.
The Hornets in their white road uniforms, dark helmets, and their jerseys emblazoned with navy numerals outlined in gold. The Lions in gold pants, purple tops with gold numerals, gold lettering, purple helmets with white and purple stripes across the top. Getting ready to kick off, number 21, Carlos Garza puts toe to leather, and it is fielded at the 15. And he is through to the 40. He is through the 50. There's a flag thrown on the play. He is still dancing around. That's Roderick Schooler with a 41-yard kickoff return. But there was a flag on the play. David, did you happen to see what might have happened?
Could possibly be a block in the back. We'll add that number 6 with Granger made that tackle. That'd be Travis Miller.
Holding on the receiving team.
Going to be holding against Louise.
And that'll be a spot foul. Less 10 yards.
It was really a good return for Louise. His blockers set up a nice wide open hole for him to bust out through there around the 30, between 30 and the 40-yard line. If it wasn't for that holding call, they'd be in pretty good shape right now, Michael.
exciting to get into the playoffs and see playoff football, which you attended a game last night, Georgetown versus Seguin.
That was a really close matchup at halftime, and then Georgetown took possession of the clock and took care of that game 21-6. The defense was a big story last night, not allowing anybody in the end zone for Seguin. Michael, a pretty good crowd. This 2A Division II football. Got a good turnout from Granger and Louise tonight for Friday night football.
From the shotgun, a handoff to the running back. He loses or just gets back to the line of scrimmage. No, they're going to mark him back about half a yard.
Loss of 1 yard on the play.
Caleb Merrick, number 9, with the carry, loses a yard on the play.
Big defensive lineman Noe Gayton came up on the tackle for that.
Pitch back is going to be a pass off the hand of Aaron Cardenas. He's looking for his receiver.
That's going to be a pass interference.
And he finds him. Number 5, Christian Munoz, makes the catch, but there is a flag on the play. And we suspect that's going to be defensive pass interference on the Lions. I thought that he might have been out of bounds.
We are sorting out the play on the field.
3 officials talking it over.
Pass interference against Granger.
And that indeed is the call. Pass interference on Granger.
That defensive back was a little too much activity there.
Penalty, no catch on the field. Ball being placed on the 40-yard line.
So first and 10 from the Hornet 40. With 11:10 remaining in the first quarter. Kind of a difficult setup now that we're getting the logistics of it.
Another shotgun formation there.
Colin Gonzalez with the keeper. He is going to be sacked for a 5-yard loss as a host of Lions take him to the ground.
By number 7, Mikey Hurtus. It's going to be a loss of yards.
10:49 remaining in the first quarter.
It's going to be 2nd and 15.
Second and 15
territory.
for the Hornets. Gonzalez from the shotgun. Caleb Marek to his left. Another flag thrown on the field. This could be a false start.
Is that the 3rd flag within just a few minutes of play here? So far, this is kind of a sloppy start.
That it is for sure. And it's going to back the Hornets up another 5 yards. That's going to bring up 2nd down and 20 for the Hornets, and they'll reset. Gonzalez has a snap. He passes out in the flats to number 12, Dalen Makachek. And it goes incomplete. That'll bring up 3rd and 20 for the Hornets. Ten minutes and 20 seconds remaining in the first quarter. 3rd and 20 from the 30-yard line of the Hornets. Gonzalez from the shotgun. Kyler Merrick in motion. Gonzalez looking for Merrick deep, and it's broken up.
I'll tell you what, number 5, Eric Carina, almost had that ball. He had a great position on that wide receiver, and had defensive back almost had that interception.
Tyler Mark passes incomplete. Number 5, Eric Corona in on the defense. It's going to bring up 4th and 20 for Louise. Number 2.
4th and 20 for the Hornets. Back deep to receive for the Lions. Gonzalez boots this one away.
Alex Reyna on the.
Alex Reyna back deep, and this ball is going to roll, take a Hornet roll to the 15-yard line of the Lions as the Lions get set to take their first possession. Lions will begin their march toward the end zone with 10 minutes, 2 seconds from their own 15. The Lions traveling from right to left on your radio dial. We'd like to take this opportunity to welcome you once again to SHN's broadcast of Granger Lion playoff football by-district matchup between Granger and Louise. Thomas Rhodes under center. He takes the snap, he hands off.
Flag is on the field.
And another flag is thrown. See, hands off to Isaiah Williams. Williams picks up about 3 yards.
And number 12, Dayton Montes in on the stop.
Yes, we'll sort out the penalty call on the play, David. There's a lot of flags.
There's a lot of flags. Real quick,
so far in the game.
The weather's 55 degrees here in Sealy, Texas. Wind is west-southwest at 2 miles an hour. Humidity of 75%. It's a beautiful evening. Just a few passing clouds, but mostly clear tonight.
5-yard penalty.
So a false start. It's going to set back
good friend.
5 yards.
Ball spotted on the 10-yard line. It's going to be
thank you.
15 for Granger.
It's not here yet.
Okay.
Snap back and the handoff. This is going to be number 4, Carlos Reyna. He loses. Actually, he actually gave him a yard on the play. That'll bring up 2nd down and 14.
Reyna really ran into a wall of Hornets there with number 50, Vasquez, in there on that tackle. Tough running up the middle on so far on the Hornets.
9:21 remaining in the first quarter. 2nd down and 14 for the Lions. Timeout call by the Lions.
9:20 left in the first quarter, and the score tied 0-0.
Well, David, we've seen a lot of laundry on the field so far in this game. Louise looked like they were going to drive the ball at times and got backed up by penalties and couldn't get any traction once they got 2 penalties against them and drove them back.
You know, you've got to wonder, both these squads traveled quite a bit to get here. So it's a long bus ride on the old Yellow Dogs. And you know, it's a beautiful facility. It's the first round of playoffs. You know, kind of, getting the nerves out of the way, and hopefully we'll settle in and we'll see not as many yellow flags on the field tonight.
Tonight's game brought to you by Chillin' and Grillin' Barbecue Products. Chillin' and Grillin' in Granger carries Yoder, Memphis, and Green Mountain pellet grills. They carry a wide variety of wood pellet flavors and blends. They also offer free assembly and delivery. Chillin' and Grillin' is located at 5850 County Road 327 in Granger, or you can contact Terry Morrow at 512-859-2129. This is going to be a carry by number 4, Carlos Reyna. Reyna with a 3-yard pickup.
Brought down by a host of tacklers right there.
That'll bring up 3rd down and 11
going to be a 3-yard gain. It's going to be third down
for the Lions from the 14-yard line. Y'all be sure to stop in and see Terry at Chillin' and Grillin' Barbecue Products. Or you can visit his website, www.chillinandgrillin.com. Thomas Rhodes from the shotgun. He puts this pass up in the air, and it's going to go incomplete, out of bounds. His intended receiver, Alex Reyna.
He was trying to take that deep shot. He just a little too far out of bounds there. And it was double coverage. You know, if it had just been a few feet to the right, it would have been just inbounds. It would have been a great position, and the defenders wouldn't have been able to do anything about it.
That'll bring up 4th down and 11 for the Lions. On to punt will be number 12, Johnny Ryder. Johnny Ryder, just a freshman. The punt is up, and this is going to be a short punt. And it's going to take a Hornet bounce, and it will be downed by the Lions at the Lion 30-yard line. So
Kristen Munoz was standing on the 50, and he didn't have a chance to cover that ball.
So the Hornets will take over from the 30-yard line. 1st and 10 with 8:18 left in the first period of this contest.
Michael, they're set up in, Louise Hornets are set up in great position right now on the Granger 30. Let's see if they can take advantage of this opportunity.
Colin Gonzalez leads the Hornet offense back out onto the field. Gonzalez from the shotgun. Passes out to Christian Munoz, and that will be no gain on the play. That'll bring up 2nd down and 10 for the Hornets. What a beautiful night for Texas high school Friday night lights, David.
There's nothing better than Friday night football and the cool weather. It's November. Everybody's getting ready for Thanksgiving. School got out early today, all over the state of Texas. I know Georgetown had early release, and so everybody's excited about the Thanksgiving holiday. We've got a lot to give thanks for at SHN.
Gonzalez from the shotgun. He hands off to Caleb Mark. Caleb Mark still on his feet. He gets to the 19-yard line.
Great blocking as Alex Reyna from Granger brings him down, shoestring tackle there at the 19-yard line, but really great blocking, some big holes for Louise Hornets to run through.
Be an 11-yard pickup for Mark, and the 1st down for the Hornets at the 19-yard line. Hornets threatening here in the first, 7:53 left in the first. Mark in motion, snap back to Gonzalez. He hands off to Kyler Mark, and he is stacked up. But forward progress will give him a pickup of 2 yards on the play. That'll bring up 2nd down and 8 for the Hornets.
Host of tacklers, but primarily Mikey Hurst has got to him pretty quick.
Ball on the 17-yard line for the Hornets. Once again, we remind you that Granger comes into tonight as the district champions of District 13-2A Division 2. Snap back to Gonzalez. He hands off to Merrick. Merrick around the corner, and he will pick up about 5 more yards. We'll see where they spot the ball.
Number 3, Isaiah Williams, and 5, Eric Corona.
Looks like he's going to pick up 5 yards. That'll bring up 3rd and 3 for the Hornets. Morgan Williams out wide to the left. Ball spotted on the far hash. Caleb Mark to Gonzalez left. Gonzalez hands off to Mark. Mark up the middle. He picks up the 1st down and a gain of 5 yards down to what appears to be the 7-yard line. That'll be 1st and goal for the Hornets. from the 7. Actually, they're going to spot it at the 8-yard line. 6 minutes and 11 seconds remaining in the first quarter.
Michael, this would be big if Louise is able to punch this in the end zone right now against a very, very powerful Granger defense and football team here.
Once again, from the shotgun, Gonzalez takes the snap. He's going to pitch out to Kyler Mark. And Mark is going to lose a couple.
Carlos Garza saw that. He tackled him down by the back of his jersey, spun him around on the 10-yard line.
It's going to be a loss of 3 on the play. Second and goal from the 11 for the Hornets. So far this game, David, seems to be going much like the Georgetown game went last night, just very fast.
A lot of, yeah. Keep this on the ground, not very many pass plays, and this ball game will fly by.
From the shotgun, snap back to Gonzalez. He was looking for Morgan Williams in the end zone, but it's through the hands of Williams, incomplete, as he was covered.
Eric Corona had his hands on that one, almost intercepted that one at the goal line.
Third and goal for the Hornets from the 11.
In the first quarter.
The Hornets threatening, but the defense of the Lions being a wall here deep in the red zone.
Kind of a little bit of bend, don't break philosophy here.
Trips left. Gonzalez rolls left. He's looking for a receiver, and he's going to keep it with the keeper. Mark. Looks like he's up to the 5-yard line. So he'll pick up a 6 on the play. That'll bring up 4th and goal from the 5.
Ball spotted on the 5-yard line.
And they will be going for the field goal. Placeholder, number 5, Christian Munoz, and Colin Gonzalez will be doing the field goal kicking duties. Good snap and hold, and this is through the uprights for 3 points. And the Hornets strike first and get on the board with
it's going to be 3-0. Louise in the lead
with a 20-yard field goal to get started first here, David.
Yeah, that was a slow drive. Took a lot of time off the clock. We're now sitting at 4 minutes and 18 seconds as Louise is going to prepare to kick off to Granger. But, if Louise can, make some more of those slow, methodical drives and hang on to that ball, keep the ball away from Granger, they'd be in pretty good shape tonight. You're disappointed not being able to come up with a touchdown, but in the playoffs, you'll take anything you can get. 3 points is better than 0.
Absolutely. Other contests going on between these two districts tonight: Iola versus Flatonia, Bremond versus Snook, and Chilton playing the district champion of 14-2A. Burton.
Number 3, Aaron Gardinas is going to be.
Folks, we'd like to thank you for tuning in to tonight's broadcast of Granger Lion football here on SHN Sports. Set to kick off for the Hornets, number 3, Aaron Cardenas. Back deep for the Lions.
The front of those jerseys are a little hard to read. They're so small. Turn sideways, guys.
Total leather. This is, I think, somewhat
about a 20-yard kick.
Attempt at an onside kick, as it was high and shallow. Fair catch called for at the 40, where the Lions will start their second possession.
Number 21, Carlos Garza with a fair catch on the 40-yard line. First and 10 for Granger.
Number 2, Alex Reyna with the carry. With 9-yard pickup for the Lions. That'll bring up second down and 1.
9-yard gain. It's going to be 2nd and 1 for Granger. Ball spotted on the
Hornets,
49-yard
or
line.
the Lions, with 3:51 left in the first period. Ball spotted at the 49-yard line. 2nd down and 1. Carlos Reyna with the direct snap on the Wildcat. He will be short, just gets back to the line of scrimmage. That'll bring up 3rd down and 1 for the Lions.
Colin Gonzalez got back there and got a hold of that quarterback, and he couldn't get past the line of scrimmage on that one.
Lions going with the Wildcat.
It's going to be 3rd and 1. Ball on the 49-yard line of Granger.
Reyna comes in from the sidelines and brings the play in. Out wide for the Lions, number 5, Eric Corona. Reyna with the carry. He'll round the corner to the left. He's going to pick up the first down plus. He's down to the Hornet 40 for a Granger Lion first down.
Colin Dalen Machek had a hold of his shirt, drug him out of bounds.
On the 40-yard line, that was about an 11-yard gain for Mr. Reyna.
Lions 1st and 10 from the Hornet 40 with 2:47 left in the first quarter. Once again, we'd like to thank Terry Morrow and Chillin' and Grillin' Barbecue Products in Granger for sponsoring tonight's contest. Reyna with the snap. He's going to hand off to number 13, Nicholas Jonesy. Jonesy around the corner. He'll pick up 2 yards on the play for 2nd down and 8. He's to the 42-yard line.
That number 2, Kyler Marek, came around the corner and was chasing him down and caught him. And drug him down.
Louise with a respectable showing so far in this contest tonight, David.
Really is. They've got a lot of speed. And again, a lot of plays on the ground. This is going to be a quick contest.
Travis Sessums in the house with us tonight. He'll be joining us here in the second quarter. Thomas Rhodes under center. He takes the snap, and he's going to hand off to Reyna, and there's a flag thrown on the play. Reyna with a 6-yard gain.
With the run up the middle. Number 6, Roger Schooler with the stop.
And we'll get the indication here in just a moment.
Oh, hold
it. Going to be holding against Granger.
Going to be holding against Granger.
I believe number 54 with infraction on that one.
That'll drive the ball back to the 44-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd down and 14 from the Hornet 44. The one thing we can say about this contest tonight so far, David, there's been a lot of laundry on the field.
There has. And it matches the Granger's uniform pants.
Rhodes leads his offense to the line of scrimmage under center.
Oh.
Left-handed quarterback is going to put this in the air to number 5, Eric Corona. Corona in the end zone, takes it to the house for a Granger Lion touchdown. Rhodes steps back, plants his feet, and hits his wide receiver open down the right sideline for the score. A 44-yard touchdown pass off the hands of Thomas Rhodes and into the hands of Eric Corona. Carlos Garza off the kick. Good snap and hold. The kick is through the uprights. And just like that, the Lions are back on top, 7-3 here in the first quarter. That score coming with 1:19 remaining in the first quarter.
That Granger quarterback, he saw that wide receiver. He was able to break wide open, and there was nobody within 5 yards of him as he was running down the field, and he was able to turn back, catch that ball, and take it all the way in the end zone. There was number 5, Munoz, for Louise, had an opportunity but couldn't bring him down at the goal line.
Rhodes drops back, rolls left for the left-handed quarterback. and hits his wide receiver on the right side of the field.
You know, as slow as this ball game, or as quick as this ball game is going to go, points are going to be extremely important. You've got to score on every possession, because if it, you know, every time out you've got to score, because this game could go very quick, Michael.
Morgan Williams and Roderick Schooler back deep for the Hornets as they anticipate the kickoff from the Granger Lions. Number 21.
Number 6, Roderick Schooler. Back to kick.
Carlos Garza will be kicking off for the Lions.
Carlos Garza is the kicker.
Garza has the signal. He puts toe to leather. This ball is kicked back to the 15-yard line. Morgan Williams with the reception. He's up to the 40. He's still going. He's breaking free. He's going to take this all the way to the house, the 20, the 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Hornets. And just like that, the Hornets strike and take the lead again, David.
Special teams is a big deal. In big games like this, special teams and turnovers can make a big difference.
1 minute and 4 seconds remaining. And there is some whistles blowing.
There were a lot of great blocks on that return that allowed him to break free down that far side of the field. And once he got to about the 30-yard line, you could tell right away nobody was going to be able to catch that young man.
He turned on the Jets. Morgan Williams. He caught the ball from the left side of the field and took toward the middle and then broke to the right, and it was a foot race to the end zone, and there wasn't a Lion keeping up with him.
Oh, I believe that number 5 from Granger got a hold of that ball.
Gonzalez with the field goal attempt, or the extra point attempt, is missed as he's wide left.
I believe Corona from Granger came around that corner and got a hold of that ball and made it go wide left.
The Hornets with a 2-point lead. They lead the Granger Lions 9-7 with 1:04 remaining in the first quarter. So what went through the first possessions for both teams tonight? David, neither team scored. Seemed to not be able to catch traction. Then their second possessions start to see things move and gel, and Granger goes and scores and takes the lead. And on the very ensuing kickoff, Morgan Williams takes it to the house. And that was an 85-yard kickoff return.
Points are critical on it. You know, I know that's kind of obvious to say, but a big game like this, for some might consider Louise the underdog in this game. You know, Granger being their outright district champion had a really good season this year, so they're looking to capitalize on every opportunity they can, and special teams is going to help them out tonight, because we've seen 2 kickoff returns with great blocking on the part of Louise Hornets.
Eric Corona and Alex Reyna back deep for the Lions as they anticipate the kickoff from Aaron Cardenas. David, we've seen some, you and I have seen a lot of big school football this season. But there's nothing quite like coming to small town Texas football. The kickoff from Cardenas is going to go out of bounds, and that'll bring out a flag. And so there'll be a 5-yard penalty attached to that as the ball was spotted out of bounds at the Lion 41. That'll bring it up to the Lion 46-yard line where they will take possession.
Michael, when you look at this roster on both sides of both teams,
5-yard penalty.
All these players play either offense or defense. They're doing double duty tonight, and it reminds me growing up in Manor, that's the way it was. It was 2A football back in the early 90s.
No time off the clock. 1 minute and 4 seconds remaining in the first quarter for the Granger Lions as they start their drive at their own 46. From the shotgun, Rhodes passes out to Isaiah Williams. Isaiah Williams will pick up 8 yards on the reception.
Rhodes passes to
That'll bring up second down and 2 from.
It's going to be an 8-yard gain.
Tackled by Munoz there.
Number 5, Christian Munoz. Number 8, Wiley Sterling. And number 10, Morgan Williams. In on the
from
stop.
the Hornet 46-yard line.
Second and 2. Ball being spotted on the 46-yard line of Louise.
48 seconds remaining in the quarter. Rhodes picks up the play from the sideline. And the Lions break the huddle. Once again, Rhodes from the shotgun. Twins left, Reyna in motion. Snap back to Rhodes with the keeper. Rhodes picks up 3 yards for the first down. That'll be a Granger Lion first down as he goes right up the middle.
Yeah, tough running right up the middle. He introduced himself to number 9, Caleb Marek. Said, howdy, we're here to play some football tonight. That's some smash mouth football tonight.
Rhodes will come off the field. I believe he was kind of a little gimpy coming off the field. So tough running like he just did. It gets tough on the ankles.
Down.
That's the end of the first quarter with the Hornets leading the Lions 9-7. You're listening to Lion Football on SHN Sports. This contest tonight brought to you by Chillin' and Grillin' Barbecue Products in Granger. Chillin' and Grillin' carries Yoder, Memphis, and Green Mountain pellet grills. They carry a wide variety of wood pellet flavors and blends. They also offer free assembly and delivery within a reasonable distance. Chillin' and Grillin' is located at 5850 County Road 327 in Granger, or you can contact Terry Morrow at 512-859-2129. Be sure to thank Terry for sponsoring tonight's game. And if the Lions win tonight's contest, he said he would be sponsoring next week's game as well. Travis Sessums gives me the big thumbs up on that. As we're just about to get underway. Snap back to Reyna from the Wildcats. He's around the left side, and he breaks 10 yards on the pickup. That'll be a first down for the Lions.
Carlos Reyna was the runner. Number 10, Morgan Williams with the stop. That will be good enough for a Granger first down. It's 1st and 10. Ball spotted on the
1st and 10. Reyna takes a direct snap. He's going to be
number 4
brought down for 2 yards as he goes through the tackle and guard on the right side.
Number 50, Duran Vasquez in on the stop.
Travis Sessums with us tonight. Hello, Travis. How are you?
Ball spotted on the
get you turned up here.
There we go. How's it going, everybody?
31-yard line.
So David has been running our board. Reyna takes a direct snap. He's going to go try to sweep around the right side. Almost brought down behind the line, and he breaks back toward the middle for a 5-yard gain. That'll bring up 3rd down and 2 from the 26-yard line of the Hornets. So he's going to be about more like 3rd and 3 where they spot the ball.
You know, Mike, he's one of them Granger line workhorses.
Ball spotted on the 24-yard line.
Carlos Reyna?
Yeah.
Reyna again with a direct snap. Well, the direct snap this time goes to Isaiah Williams. Isaiah Williams still on his feet. He's through the middle. He's over the 20. He's down to the 13-yard line for another Granger Lion first down.
That was a good run, Mike. He kept his feet moving and kept going.
10 minutes and 14 seconds remain in the second quarter.
The first and 10
for the Lions from the 13-yard line. Reyna from the shotgun. And it snapped back to Isaiah Williams. Williams will be brought down behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 on the play.
Number 2.
So he's brought down at the 18-yard line.
Roberts in on the tackle. 50.
Actually, that's more like a 5-yard loss. That'll bring up second down and 15.
That was a big loss.
That was a big loss and great coverage by the Hornets. As they closed off, he was trying to sweep toward the right. Rhodes from the shotgun. He drops back, rolls left. He's looking for a receiver in the end zone. And he finds Wayne Gaida in the end zone for a touchdown.
They call him Puddin', by the way.
Call him what?
Puddin'.
Puddin'.
Yes, sir.
Gaida is Puddin'?
Yeah.
A great catch by Puddin' for another Granger Lion touchdown. With 9 minutes and 9 seconds remaining in the second quarter. On to kick the extra point. Carlos Garza, and that's through the uprights. And Granger retakes the lead, 14-9. With 9 minutes and 9 seconds in the first.
Second quarter, Mike.
Oh, second quarter. Get that right. I'm having to lean forward to actually see the scoreboard, so we're having to work to actually see it over there. So to keep up with our time, we are actually up here in the penthouse of a press box here at TJ Mills Field Stadium here in Sealy, home of the Sealy Tigers. It's actually the Mark A. Chapman Field. Carlos Garza on to kick. And back deep for the Hornets will be Roderick Schooler and Morgan Williams. Both these guys have been lightning fast, David. Travis, as they both, with their opening kickoffs, returned it for significant yardage. And, of course, on the last possession, Morgan Williams takes it to the house. Schooler and Williams back deep. Garza puts the toe to leather.
Almost.
Fair catch called for and made is
number 15, Dustin Roberts.
As Dustin Roberts with the fair catch was almost ran over by number 10, Matthew Stroud of the Lions. As that would have been kick-catch interference.
Yes, it would have been. I hate to say it, but yes, it would have been.
And he would have lit him up had he made contact because he had a full head of steam, Stroud did. That's for sure. Number 4, Colin Gonzalez. Back on to lead his Hornets offense. Down the field, the Hornets traveling right to left. South to north, if you're looking direction-wise. There's going to be a timeout called by the Hornets. The play clock was starting to wind down. David, thoughts on what you've seen so far tonight?
You know, really, it's a fast-moving ball game, and you know, like I was saying, points are pretty important. Granger has had some really nice pass plays. They've gotten their wide receivers open, and Louise is having a hard time covering those wide receivers. It's a pretty pretty even contest right now. It's still close. They're letting Louise hang around.
Yeah, they really are. Louise really showing some great skin here tonight in their effort. You know, finishing the season 3-7, and only 1-4 or 1-3 in district.
Yeah, you're right. That's tough. You know, they're a whole lot big team than Granger. You know, I was doing some research on them earlier, and I don't understand. You know, I guess their district is that tough, but I mean, they're a big team. I mean,
Granger with 1 loss on the season. That loss to rival by-district opponent Snook back on August 31st on a 9-game win streak. Carlos Gonzalez from the shotgun drops back. He's looking for Williams, and there's going to be some contact between Williams and Reyna. That's going to be uncatchable. No flag on the play as Gonzalez launched that well over Williams' head.
It's going to be 2nd and 10 for
9 minutes and 2 seconds.
On the 45-yard line.
As only 7 seconds ran off the clock on that particular play. That'll bring up 2nd down and 10 for the Hornets from their own 45. Gonzalez with the keeper around the left side. He's going to step out of bounds at the 45, so he just gets back to the line of scrimmage as the wall of Lions just kind of got in his way and didn't leave him much room.
No, they didn't, did they?
It's going to be 3rd and 10.
Showing great speed right to left to keep Gonzalez contained.
You know, they've been playing real good defense all year. I don't know, I guess it was just the first game jitters when they lost to Snook. But
Gonzalez from the shotgun, Caleb Myrick to his left. And it's a little trickeration, as Rob likes to say. He hands off to Caleb Myrick. Myrick up the middle. He's going to pick up 7 yards on that carry. That'll bring up 4th down and 3.
They going to gamble and go for it or punt it?
It looks like, well, I don't know. Gonzalez is the quarterback, but he's also the punter, so they don't appear to be in any type of punting formation, and it looks like they're going to go for it.
Maybe a pooch kick coming.
Mark to the left and Mark to the right. He's going to hand off to number 2, Kyler Mark. Mark up the field. He's going to pick up a handful of yardage as he's down to the Lion 27-yard line.
First down for Louise. Number 3, Isaiah Williams, brings him down. Ball spotted on the 27-yard line.
A first down for the Hornets. Gonzalez from the shotgun with the 1st and 10 from the 27-yard line as he hands off to Caleb Mark, and Mark with an 11-yard carry. He'll pick up another Hornet first down.
Up the gut again.
Right up the middle. A couple of these designed trick plays have worked well.
Yeah.
For the Hornets here in this series. Ball spotted at the 14-yard line of the Lions. And the Hornets are in the red zone. They can pick up another first down. Hand off to Mark as he tries a delayed draw, and he picks up 2 yards on the play. That'll bring up 2nd down and 8. Ball spotted at the 12-yard line.
Let's see if we can hold them to another 3 points. What do you say?
Well, the Lions definitely need to be a wall right here, and they've been tough in the red zone. Gonzalez takes the snap. He pitches out to Mark to the left. On the sweep, he's going to be driven out of bounds, but he's going to pick up 3 more yards as he's down to the 9-yard line. That'll bring up 3rd down and about 5 yards.
And 6 for Louise.
Caleb Mark with the carry. Have to be mindful to say which one because there's 2 of them.
Are they brothers or?
That I do not know. Gonzalez with the keeper. He's going to be brought down behind the line. Number 21, Carlos Garza, got a handful of jersey and would not let it go. That's going to be a 3-yard loss. And that's going to bring up 4th down and 8 for the Hornets. The ball now spotted back at the 12-yard line. On previous possession, the Hornets kicked a field goal, but here they are going to go for it. Gonzalez from the shotgun. He steps up. He's looking for a receiver. Number 2, Kyler Mark gets behind the Lion defense and in the end zone. That's a touchdown for the Hornets, and they retake the lead.
Wow. Just like that, they're back in the end zone.
A little trickeration.
That quarterback for Southwestern University, they run that same play where he'll like he's going to run, he'll step back and just toss it over the.
Yep. Frederick Hover.
Fred Hover, yeah.
Of the Southwestern Pirates. Gonzalez with the 2-point conversion on the pass to Kyler Mark. And the Hornets have gone up in this contest 17-14 with 5:20 remaining in the second quarter. What a contest we have going here tonight in Sealy, Texas between these 2 teams.
Yeah, you ain't never lying. It is a contest. The stuff I was reading earlier, wow. Totally different outcome.
You have the district champion Granger Lions with their hands full of 4th place Louise Hornets tonight.
Yeah, they got their hands full right now. They got to, I guess, when they go into halftime, I guess they'll make adjustments and go from there,
So far, the Hornets have shown no back down as they have not been intimidated by the record and the 9-game win streak of these Granger Lions, David. Travis?
Yes, sir. That they're not. They met up a few years back and they played in Brenham.
Number 4.
And they was a handful then.
Eric Corona back to receive the kickoff return.
Back deep to receive Eric Corona and Alex Reyna. The kickoff will be coming off the foot of number 50. Duran Vasquez. Vasquez puts toe to leather. This is going to be fielded at the 25-yard line.
The kickoff.
And as soon as I can see the number, I'll tell you who it was that got it. That is
Alex
Reyna
Reyna
with the kickoff return.
Number 2, Alex Reyna.
39-yard line. Number 11, Justin Lewis, and number 12, Dalen Machek, in on the tackle.
And have they said what the penalty is yet? The flag on the field.
Offsides on the kicking team.
Offsides on the kicking team. That'll be a 5-yard penalty. Walked off, and that'll give
Gonna be 1st and 10.
the Lions
on the 44-yard line.
to start at their own 44-yard line.
Good field position. Start out with just air drive.
Number 11, Thomas Rhodes, under center. He pitches out to Reyna. Reyna around the left side. He's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Carlos Reyna on the carry, and the same, just like with the Merrick brothers, I've got the Reyna brothers.
There's 3 of them out there.
There's 3 Reyna brothers playing for, are they all brothers?
Yes.
They are brothers.
All brothers.
The Reyna brothers.
Yeah, number 2, number 4, and 54. You got Carlos, Alex, and Francisco.
Carlos Reyna with the carry. That'll bring up 2nd down and 10 from the Lion 44-yard line with 4:34 remaining in the quarter. Rhodes in the shotgun. He passes out to number 3, Isaiah Williams. Isaiah will be tackled for loss. He'll lose 2 yards on the play. That'll bring up 3rd down and 12 from the 42-yard line. The Lions seem to be somewhat reeling from the Hornets' defense. Rhodes from the shotgun. He drops back. He's looking for his receiver. Just over the hands of Eric Corona, who was wide open.
That would have been big.
And would have been big because he would have been gone to the house. There was nothing between him and the goal line. And that'll bring up 4th down and 12 for the Lions. As number 12, Johnny Ryder, comes on to punt this one away. Back deep for the Hornets, number 2, Kyler Mark. Snap back to Ryder. The punt is away. It takes a Lion bounce and rolls down to the Hornet 21-yard line. That was a great punt by Johnny Ryder. As it backs the Hornets up to their own 21. Hornets take possession with 3:39 remaining in the first half. Great football game that we've seen so far tonight.
Yeah, it is. To be honest with you, I didn't think that it would be this close. But, you know.
I think that's probably what several people had anticipated, that the Lions were going to dominate from start to finish. The snap back to Gonzalez in the shotgun. It's going to be a screen pass over the middle to Merrick, Caleb Merrick. And Mark goes out of bounds at the 31-yard line.
We got some dirty laundry over there.
And I think there's going to be a late hit out of bounds.
Number 4, Carlos Reyna, was in on the stop.
That would be a 1st down for the Hornets on the play.
It appears to be on offense.
The referees are discussing to get clarification. And as of yet, no signal as to what the penalty is. 10 seconds off the clock. We're down to 3:29 remaining in the half. Hornets showing a little spunk, going with some of these trickeration plays. Delayed screens. Able to drive the ball down the field. The 85-yard kickoff return by Williams. Showing a lot of fight here tonight.
Yeah, they are.
Which I think is coming as a surprise to many people. Both teams traveling well. A lot of fans on both sides of the stands.
A lot of support in the communities.
Granger, reminiscent to me of my old high school days. I went to school in Godley High School in Godley, Texas. We were the Godley Wildcats, and our colors were purple and gold, and we sported the same Green Bay G on our helmets, but our helmets were white with purple G's. So the penalty's offset, and that's going to result in a 10-yard gain on the play. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 31-yard line of the Hornets. Gonzalez from the shotgun. He's going to hand off to number 3, Aaron Cardenas. Cardenas with a 7-yard gain.
Number 13, Nicholas Jonesy, and 21, Carlos Garza in on
That'll bring up 2nd down and 3 for the Hornets. Ball spotted at the 38-yard line. Cardenas to the left to Gonzalez. Twins right and left. He'll hand off to Cardenas again. Cardenas driving the pile. There's going to be a flag thrown on the play. This may be a block in the back by Christian Munoz. Face mask on the Lions.
That's a big blow right there.
Going to be a 15-yard variety.
Yes, sir.
Walk-off right there.
15-yard penalty against Granger. 2:50 left in the first.
Michael Travis, we'll give a shout-out to Teresa Flores listening on our YouTube stream. She says, go Granger, go Granger. Let's go, Lion Pride.
All right, Teresa, how you doing? Good to check us out. You listening to our live feed. Thank you very much.
From the shotgun, Gonzalez with the keeper. He will pick up a yard on the play, but there is a flag thrown. It's going to be holding against the Hornets. That'll back them up 10 yards. That'll bring up 1st and 20 from the 46 of the Hornets.
1st and 20.
We'll back them up. What are they going to do?
The umpires finding out from the coach if they wanted to accept or decline the penalty, and they have opted to accept the penalty. That'll back the Hornets up to their own 46-yard line, which will bring up a 1st down and 20. 2 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in the second quarter for Colin Gonzalez as he leads his offense. It's going to be a bubble screen out to Christian Munoz. Munoz is going to gain back 9 of those yards. That'll bring up 2nd down and 11 from the Lion 45. We've seen really kind of an inordinate amount of laundry thrown on the field tonight.
Yeah, man.
It's just really indicative of sloppy play.
Oh, yeah.
Gonzalez from the shotgun. He's going to go with the keeper. He's up the middle, and he'll gain about 7, 8 more yards on the carry. That'll bring up a more manageable 3rd down and 4 from the 38 of the Lions.
Yeah, they need to stop right here, Mike, because that defense is looking kind of sluggish out there right now.
Really are. They were kind of guys just standing around watching 2 players trying to tackle the guy as he was going by. Gonzalez with a snap. He hands off to Merrick. Merrick close to the 1st down. It looks like he may have picked it up. And indeed, he did pick up the 1st down. 1st and 10 for the Hornets. The ball spotted at the down to 52 seconds. The clock running. Gonzalez rolling left. He's looking for a receiver. He's still on his feet. He's rolling back to the right. He's going down the field with the keeper. He's down to the 10, the 5.
Touchdown.
The touchdown, Hornets.
Wow. He just walked in the end zone.
Are there flags?
Michael, with 34 seconds remaining, Louise could potentially go into halftime with a 23 or 24 to 14 lead, 10-point lead, and you've got to think both teams are going to be talking about the amount of laundry that's been thrown on that field and cleaning up this play tonight and getting squared away.
Yeah. You're right.
There is an injury timeout on the field.
Wow.
Disappointing.
Yes, it is.
For the Granger Lions is they just quit once Gonzalez reached the 10-yard line and watched him just waltz into the end zone. I don't think I've seen that play all year long.
An NFL broadcast where they show that line where he runs all over the field, he probably ran 50, 60 yards to get that touchdown because he started out to the left and then he reversed field and went all the way back through traffic back to the right.
Well, he broke to the left around for the sweep, and the Lions stymied him there. He spun back around and broke free to reverse his field to the right, and he was not stopped the rest of the way. I think maybe there was one other tackle attempt on him, and then once he reached the 10, he high-stepped to the end zone.
Yeah, wow.
That is surprising. Really surprising.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
I think Granger right now is just really caught off guard. So
they're in a daze.
Coach Brock is definitely going to have his hands full during halftime to make the necessary adjustments to come back out here and take charge of this ball game.
Yes, because it could get ugly in the second half if they continue this.
Colin Gonzalez on to kick the extra point attempt. Number 5, Christian Munoz, the holder. Good snap and hold. The kick is wide to the right. No good. Your score here in Sealy. A shocker. This Louise leads the Granger Lions 23-7 or 14 with 34 seconds remaining in the half.
They need to score quick and fast and go into halftime with a little bit of momentum.
I think what we really are looking at here, guys, and David, maybe you can chime in on this too, is that Granger was looking past the Hornets with a 3-7 record, thinking that this would be a cakewalk, and many football pundits throughout the state picked Granger to walk away with this game.
Yeah, Michael, each week you've got to go 1-0. You have to focus hard on that game, and I believe that both the coaching staffs they'll have their work cut out for them in the locker room, and when they get with the specialty coaches, for all the position coaches, they'll work these things out, and we could see an exciting second half to this ball game down in
y'all
Sealy,
saw
Texas.
it last night, and I listened into y'all's broadcast. The Georgetown Eagles and the Seguin Matadors, and it was a very close game, 7-6 at half.
Wow.
And Georgetown came out and took charge of the game, scored 14 more points, and that's the way the game ended, 21-6.
Looks like they tried an onside kick there.
An onside kick by the Hornets, and the Lions recover and will start possession with 33.6 seconds.
Michael, that's unusual given that Granger has been able to connect twice on some really nice pass plays that they would give him such a short field. You would think they would kick it as far as they could to make it hard on him with 33 seconds to go.
Thomas Rhodes definitely has shown some great skill, passing skill in this game. From the shotgun, Rhodes rolls left. He finds Johnny Ryder, gets out of bounds. It's like he picked up 6 yards on the play with 27 seconds remaining. Lions looking to strike here quickly and gain some momentum going into the half.
Yeah, they need to. You got your
Rhodes from the shotgun. Alex Reyna wide left. Pass out to Reyna. to the left, and the Hornets working to keep him in bounds and do. Timeout is called by Granger with 19.7 seconds remaining. That'll bring up 1st and 10 from the Hornets 37-yard line.
Pretty heads-up play by the Louise defense right there to keep that receiver in bounds.
They were trying to stand him up, too, to run more time off the clock and not let him hit the ground, it looked like to me. It looked like they were kind of holding him up, not letting him go to the ground. Trying to keep that in play, and right now, guys, from what we've seen, the Hornets look sharp tonight.
Oh, wow, yeah.
We'd also like to take this opportunity during this timeout to thank our sponsor, Chillin' and Grillin' Barbecue Products in Granger. Give Terry Morrow a call at 512-859-2129. Be sure to thank him for sponsoring Granger Lion football on SHN Sports. You're listening to Michael Francis and David England and Travis Sessums tonight. Rhodes from the shotgun. He drops back. He's looking for his receiver. And this pass will be intercepted by the Hornets. That's going to be intercepted by Roderick Schooler. And the Hornets have just put a dagger in the Lions' hopes of scoring before the half.
So, Michael, with 10 seconds to go before the half, you're deep in your own side of the field. Do you take a knee with the lead and go in and talk to the coaches, or do you take a shot down the field and risk an interception?
Down the field. The way that the Hornets are going and the momentum that's on their side right now, why not take a shot? Send these guys in even more dejected than what they already are.
Yes, sir. I would agree with you on that one, but luckily they're going to take a knee.
Unfortunately for the Lions, I'm seeing shoulders kind of sagging forward.
Yeah.
Coach Brock has his hands full to make the necessary adjustments during halftime and get his players' confidence built back up to come out here and take charge of this football game and retake the lead. They're down right now by 9 points.
Been a couple of missed extra points. If things get changed in the second half and these teams come out and it gets close there towards the end, those missed extra points could matter towards the end.
It could be huge.
Francis, Michael, we've got a couple of bands here. The Granger band has traveled and the Louise band has traveled.
And so we'll take some time during the half to listen to both bands, and then we'll be back with y'all. We do have some UIL required spots that we need to play, and also we want to remind you about the Texas High School Football State Championships in Arlington, Texas, and we'll remind you about those in just a moment.
So, friends, don't miss the UIL Football State Championships on December 20th through 23rd at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Tickets are available to purchase now through Ticketmaster. For more information, visit UIL.org. UILTexas.org, excuse me.
You're listening to Granger Lion Football on SHN Sports.
Please welcome to the field your Louise Hornet cheerleaders and your U.S. Band's Class 1 National Champions, your Louise High School Marching Band. Tonight, for your halftime entertainment, the cheerleaders and band will be doing a joint playoff performance. So, Louise fans, get on your feet and get ready for the Hey Song. right, Louise fans, get on your feet and put on your dancing shoes for our Tech. All right, at this time, we'd like to recognize your Hornet cheerleaders, starting with Caitlin Surratt, captain. Co-captain, Madison Bartlett. Kylie Jensen. Madison De Los Santos. Bailey Hudspeth. Carly Surratt. Allison Sopak. Anna Garrett. Savannah Morton. Allie Musgrove. And Sean Martinez. Your Hornet cheerleaders are going to perform tonight Space Jam. And finally, let's cheer our Hornets on to that big W tonight with the fight song.
Meet Josh.
Hi, everybody.
Josh is a high school basketball player, solid shooter, great teammate.
Hey, don't forget my tenacious D.
And he's my son.
Oh.
So, what does Josh do to be the best basketball player he can be?
I play tennis.
Studies show that student athletes here in Texas who play more than one high school sport are more likely to excel. Tennis does more than improve Josh's conditioning. It gives him a fresh competitive outlet, reduces the risk of injury by cross-training, and introduces him to different coaching techniques and new friends.
Don't get me wrong, hoops are my first love. Tennis just gives me a little break.
So when the new season begins, Josh isn't burned out on basketball. He's eager to play, and you can see the difference in his game.
This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
So why do teenagers play high school sports?
My reason why is a sense of purpose.
My reason why is to inspire others.
One reason student athletes seldom mention is to get an athletic scholarship. They know that only 2% of all high school athletes are awarded a sports scholarship. So why do they play?
My reason why is friendship.
Tell us your reason using the hashtag #MyReasonWhy.
This message presented by the NFHS and the Texas University Interscholastic League.
Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you back to the SHN broadcast, and we'll go back down to the field as the Granger Band is now playing.
The University Interscholastic League would like to thank its corporate sponsors. Without the generous support of these sponsors, many UIL activities would not be possible. The UIL gives special thanks to Balfour, Baylor Scott & White, Dairy Max, Dairy Queen, Ford, Box Sports Southwest, Gatorade, Hellas Construction, Max Preps, the NFHS Network, Nike, Register My Athlete, Spalding, and Texas Farm Bureau Insurance. These generous corporate sponsors support the UIL in all its activities, music, academics, and athletics. The UIL appreciates these sponsors and their participation in all that the UIL does in Texas extracurricular activities. On behalf of the UIL and its corporate sponsors, thank you for supporting UIL activities in your community and enjoy the game.
Hello, friends, and welcome back to Granger Lion Football on SHN Sports. I'm Michael Francis, and alongside tonight I have my good friend David England and Travis Sessums, and we just heard some great band play. David?
I'll tell you what, that was really neat, seeing the Granger band. We counted the members. There were 17 members in their band, and it reminds me of just small-town, high school Texas football. That's the way it should be, you know. In a small town like Granger or Louise, that's where you're at on a Friday night watching high school football. So it was just neat. It reminds me of growing up. That's the way it was back home in Maynard growing up watching.
Right. Same for me back in Godley. Godley was a 1A high school at that particular time, and up until my senior year, we did not even have a band.
Well, Michael, our weather is still holding beautiful down here in Sealy, Texas. It's a cool 53 degrees with a few passing clouds. It is, the wind's out of the south at 5 miles an hour, and it feels like 52 degrees down there with a humidity of 47%.
Doppler Dave, thank you for that great weather report. You know, it's a privilege to have Doppler Dave with us tonight. Doppler Dave, he's usually a cameraman for the Georgetown Eagle football broadcasts, and he's alongside with us tonight. And I'm pleasured to have him, and
it's an honor to be here, Michael. It's a lot of fun.
Actually be part of the broadcast crew, the on-air broadcast crew.
Well, this is the first time for me, so and Travis is the first time.
Right,
so,
and also glad to have Travis Sessums along with us, a big key part into getting this to happen tonight. And of course, we don't want to forget our good sponsor, Chillin' and Grillin' Barbecue Products in Granger. Chillin' and Grillin' carries Yoder, Memphis, and Green Mountain pellet grills. They carry a wide variety of wood pellet flavors and blends. They also offer free assembly and delivery. Chillin' and Grillin' is located at 5850 County Road 327 in Granger, or you can contact Terry Morrow at 512-859-2129. Go by and see Terry and the crew over at Chillin' and Grillin' and pick up a grill and let them know that you appreciate their sponsorship of Granger Lion football in this bi-district contest tonight. We're glad to have him. We want to go over some scores tonight out there that Flatonia and Iola playing. They're at the half, and they're knotted up at 14. Mart has a 60-point lead over West Harding at half, and Liberty Hill up 21-7 over Bay City in the second quarter. Holland up 49-0 over Junction. And Travis had some scores from last night. I think you had the Snook score?
Yes, they beat, what was it, Bremond, 36-34. It was a close one. The Fall City squad over there, they beat up pretty good on, I guess you call them Agua Dulce High School, 75-12. And Burton, they ended up winning their game 59-13 against Chilton. So.
And other scores around the area, Lake Travis up 17 over Smithson Valley with 6:49 remaining in the second quarter. Sharts Clemens, this was a surprising one, David, up 14-7 in the second quarter over Westlake.
Wow, Westlake has the home field advantage excuse me, in that one.
Brenham right now is 13-7 over Bernie Champion. That game also in the second quarter. Langham Creek 13-7 over Cedar Ridge at the half. Converse Judson 28-0 over Hayes in the second quarter. We also have a score from Cedar Park. Cedar Park 7-0 over LBJ in the second quarter. Eastview, Georgetown Eastview, another one of those great Georgetown schools, tied with Alamo Heights at 7 in the second quarter. Leander Glen up 14-7 over Medina Valley in the second quarter. Dripping Springs up 14-6 over Manor, and that second quarter getting just underway. A surprising score here, David. Bastrop 21-14 over Kerrville-Tivy.
That's very surprising, but you know, Michael, anything can happen in these high school football playoffs. You always say that's why they play the game.
That's why they play the game, absolutely.
We've got something that's kind of unfolding for us here tonight.
Right.
It's unexpected for us to see Granger trailing 23-14 tonight, but it's a lot of close games around the area. I'm surprised to see Westlake having some difficulties tonight, and it's fun. It's fun watching all these close games. That's what you want to see. You don't want to see those blowouts. Oftentimes in the first round, you see big blowouts. And
yeah, you usually
there
do.
Are a few of them.
You get some unbalanced teams. You know, they don't really need to be on the field with each other. Over the course of years, you know, they've added to the playout the number of teams that can come out of a district. Back when I was in high school, there was only, I think there was one team that came out of a district. It was the district champion who got to go on to the playoffs. And so it's grown exponentially as the population within the state has grown. And now they take 4 teams out of each district, and District 13 and 14 2A, both teams have only 5 teams within each district. And so there's only one odd man out. And sometimes that odd man is only decided with a 1-game district win.
It's interesting to see how they pair up now with all of those teams. You know, it's nice to so many teams are getting an opportunity to get into the playoffs and build their program a little bit more with some more games than just the regular season. So that's good. And then, but the way they've paired it, you've got the number 1 in district versus number 4. So you kind of weed the weaker teams out pretty quick.
And kind of give that district champion seemingly an easy game, kind of a bye in a way of looking at it. But Travis, you've been with Granger all season long. You've seen these guys play, and give us your thoughts on their ability to come back in a game where they're down and they've been kind of punched in the mouth unsuspectingly by a team that they may have possibly overlooked.
That's funny you should say that, a punch in the mouth. Those guys, they're like a brotherhood, you know. When they get down, they pick each other up, you know. They, you know, it's just, how can I say, lost my train of thought there, what I was going to say. But they're a good group of kids, and they don't get down on one another and let that dictate their game.
Right.
That's what I meant to say. They don't let it dictate their game. You know, if they're losing,
they're good about picking each
other up. Yeah.
Getting back into the game.
Yeah.
So Look, curious to see the adjustments that Coach Brock and the Granger Lions have made as they get ready to start this second half here in Sealy, Texas. You're listening to Granger Lion football, playoff football on SHN Sports. Good evening, friends. I'm Michael Francis alongside David England and Travis Sessums as we bring you Granger Lion playoff football in a bi-district contest between the Louise Hornets and your Granger Lions. So, David, from what you've seen so far, what do you see as the keys that need to happen for Granger to turn this thing around?
I think Granger is going to need to keep trying to make connections with those wide receivers and have them get open. On the defensive side of the ball, they've done pretty good, but they're really going to have to stop that run game. And they also need to work on their special teams and not allow Louise to get any more big plays on those kickoff returns. But I believe the coaches will have these young student athletes coached up at the half here, and as they are taking the field now, it'll be exciting to see. I think we've got an exciting second half in store for us here in Sealy, Texas.
Yes, sir.
Granger will be receiving the kickoff as Duran Vasquez will be doing the kicking duties for the Hornets to get things started here in the second half. Back deep to receive Reyna and Corona. Reyna will take possession at the 19.
Number 4, Carlos Reyna with the kickoff return to about the 33-yard line.
14 yards as
number 10, Morgan Williams with the tackle. It's going to be 1st and 10 for Granger.
And the Lions will get things started at
in the third
their own 34 here in the third quarter.
Hornets,
1st and 10 from the 34 for the Granger Lions.
14.
Number 11, Thomas Rhodes with the quarterbacking duties. He leads his offense out onto the field. Rhodes drops back. He finds Reyna open out to the flats.
Number 11, Thomas Rhodes pass is complete to
number 6, and that was number 6 and number 12 on the tackle.
He is taken out
Roderick Schooler and Dylan
and number 12,
Mindshake.
Carlos Reyna.
It's going to be good enough for a Granger first down.
Granger
It's going to be first down. 10.
Okay,
on the
goes up tempo.
Rhodes will hand off to Corona. Corona around over the left side. He's going to pick up 6 yards.
With the run to the far side.
That'll bring up 2nd down and 4. Right
He
at
is brought down by number 10,
the 50-yard line.
Williams.
And right now we're starting to see Granger come out here and take control with his first possession.
Yeah, a little up tempo on the field there.
Rhodes from the shotgun. He will hand off to Corona. Corona wrapped around the shoulders. He'll pick up 3 yards on the carry.
Carlos Reyna with the run straight up the middle.
Like he's close to the line
He's brought
of
down
game.
by number 2, Kyler Mark, and number 12, Dalen Muchik.
No, they spotted it. Looks like the first down.
Right close to the 6. It's going to be 3rd
like they may measure
inches
this
for
one,
Granger.
David.
Yeah, I believe they're going to call the side markers in and get a closer look at this one. It's really close to call. They're calling officials timeout right now with 10:55 remaining in the third quarter. You know, this is big for Granger. They really need to get this first down, and you know, all the Granger fans listening tonight are hoping for a first down.
Travis, any thoughts?
Yes, sir. We need this first down to, keep that momentum going that they've got going with this up tempo. I believe if they keep going with this up tempo, I believe it'll, kind of keep them on their heels on the defensive side of the ball.
First down for the Granger Lions.
It is going to be a first down for
That was very similar to another first down call we had last night. We're talking just millimeters. It was barely right there at that white line on that football.
I hear that because Kelly, or maybe it was you, that says one of the Matador players is sitting there pointing and says there's a gap.
Flag is
Pass
thrown on the
from
field.
Rhodes
Pass is
will
incomplete.
go
to number 5,
incomplete.
Eric
There's a
Corona.
flag on the play.
The Louise Hornets jumped off sides, maybe a good hard count by that Granger quarterback there. Had an offensive
It will
lineman
be
kind of came up gimpy there,
against
limping.
the Hornets.
The offsides against the Hornets, as
Ball will
David
be
just
spotted
mentioned.
on the 42-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 5.
First and 5 from the 42-yard line of the Hornets. Rhodes from the shotgun. He'll hand off to Williams. Williams over to the right side. He is
Number
going
3,
to
Isaiah Williams,
pick
runs all
up
the way
about
across
a
the
yard
field,
on
stopped
the
around
play.
the 40-yard line. He is stopped by
That'll bring
by
up
number 2,
second down and 4.
It's going to be
for
a
the Lions.
1-yard gain.
Kyler
It's gonna
Merrick
be
shed a
2nd
tackle
and
there
4.
and still
Ball
was
is
able to bring
placed
down
on the
that ball
41-yard
runner right
line.
there.
One thing I'm definitely impressed with what I'm seeing from the Hornets tonight is their speed.
Oh yeah,
They
for
have
how
some
big they
athletes.
are. For how big they are, they do got some speed.
Hand off to Carlos Reyna up the middle.
Number 4, Carlos Reyna, runs it straight up the middle.
He will pick up
He is
3
met
yards.
up
That'll
by
bring up
number
3rd
8,
down and 1
Wiley Strilick.
from
Gonna be 3rd
the Hornet
and 1 for
38-yard
Granger.
line. 9:53 to go in the 3rd quarter. Rhodes under center. He'll take the snap, and he will
Get the first.
Number 11,
with the
Thomas
quarterback
Rhodes with the
sneak.
quarterback sneak.
You don't hear it called anymore, but it
for
used
a
to.
Lions
When the
first
quarterback
down.
played under center and he took the snap, it was called
Fouled
a
on the
sneak.
41-yard line.
Yeah.
Number 50, Duran Vasquez, and 57,
Rhodes
Danny
with the sneak
Williams
will
in on the
pick up the
tackle.
first down. 1st and 10 from the 36-yard line of the Hornets. Rhodes rolls left. He finds Reyna.
Ooh, that was close.
Reyna.
There you go.
Close to the line again. There's going to be
Dirty laundry on the field. Dirty laundry.
on Williams.
That was late hit on Reyna. I tell you what, he's one of those Granger workhorses too. With number 32 Ryan Pickett being out, he's kind of one of their next go-to guys there.
So number 10, Morgan Williams,
He did lay the boom on him over there.
with that hit on Reyna going out of bounds. They will march off 15 yards.
Penalty is on the field. It's going to be a 15-yard penalty.
in the 3rd
Ball
quarter.
is going to be spotted on the 14-yard
Michael,
line.
those kind of penalties just drive a coach crazy. This type of ball game.
Ball spotted on the 14. Rhodes hands off to Reyna. Reyna around the corner. He'll
Number
pick up
4,
2
Carlos
yards on the
Reyna
play. Close
runs
to
to the
3.
far side. He is stopped by
That'll bring up 2nd
by
down
number
and
10,
7.
Morgan Williams.
There you go.
The 2-yard
See how
gain
they're picking
is
up
gonna be
each other when they're
2nd
getting
and 8.
down.
Ball spotted on
It's
the
just-
12-yard line.
They're getting tired.
Reyna to the right of Rhodes. Rhodes from shotgun. Gives a
There you
snap
go.
to Reyna. Reyna up the middle.
Number 4, Carlos Reyna with the run straight up the middle. He is met
Carlos
by
Reyna
a
to
couple
the
of Hornets.
10-yard line.
Number 8, Wiley Stricick, and 12, Dalen
That will
Macick.
bring up 3rd down and 6. The Lions in the red zone.
Ball is spotted on the
Ball at
11-yard
the
line. It is
10-yard
3rd
line.
and 6 for the Lions.
8:34 remaining in the quarter. Reyna takes a snap. He drops back. He passes out to Reyna, and it's just out of his reach.
It really kind of looked like he was very excited about turning and running pretty quick. He had a lot of open grass.
Yeah, he sure did, man. He had a lot of. That would have been a home run as the on the baseball note, you know.
That'll bring up 4th down and 6, and it looks like they are going to go for it. The snap will go back to Reyna. Reyna hands off to Eric Corona. Corona around the corner.
He got the first.
He will pick up the first down. He's down to the 2-yard line for another Granger first Touchdown!
You know, they're showing some fight here in the second quarter. I believe I believe they got some fire under their pep in their step, you know, in that locker room.
Well, I think you're right with the first one you said. I believe Coach Brock put a fire underneath these boys at halftime and have gotten their attention.
Yeah.
Handoff.
Ran into a wall of defenders right there.
To Isaiah Williams, and he is stacked up. He gets no gain on the play.
It's going to be 2nd and 2.
They need to go ahead and keep going with that hurry-up offense because it seems to have Louise on their heels. They don't know what to do.
2nd and goal from the 2-yard line. Snap back to Reyna. Reyna is going around the right side, touchdown. And he gets into the end zone for a Granger Lion touchdown.
With the run to the near side.
That was close to being a horse collar right there.
7:29 to go in the third quarter, and Granger puts the punctuation on it.
It looked like that was a horse tackle. That might have been what they called there at the goal line as the runner was going in.
If that's the case, it'll be assessed on the kickoff.
Yeah.
As we wait for the signal from the umpire. Well, Granger has definitely come out hot.
Oh yeah, they have.
From the very start.
And you know, Michael and Travis, they've chewed up a lot of the clock. It's now 7:29 remaining in your third quarter, and they started out really fast, and then they kind of slowed it down after the 50, used every bit of their
personal foul. Chop block on offense.
Personal foul.
That's a big blow right there. Big blow.
15-yard penalty.
Another one of those 15-yard variety types as the fans were expecting the horse collar call and did not get it, and instead find out it was a chop block. And that 15-yard variety puts them 17 yards from pay dirt.
Yes, sir, you're right about that. But they're fighters.
2nd down and goal from the 17. From the shotgun. Rhodes. It's a pass out to Corona. Corona still on his feet.
Number 5, Eric Corona.
He'll be close to a 2-yard gain on the play.
Number 12.
That'll bring up.
Number 6, Roderick Schooler. And number 8,
they give him closer to 3 yards.
On the tackle.
That'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's going to be
14.
Michael, you noticed that play ran to the right and gave a great opportunity for the Granger's head coach to have a little visit there with his quarterback to get that good play. Maybe have a 4th down play planned on this one.
3rd and goal from the 14 with 6:50 left in the third. Snap back to Rhodes. He rolls left. He's looking for a receiver. He passes this one out to his receiver, who brings it in at the 7-yard line. A heck of a catch by Isaiah Williams.
Yeah, that was a heck of a catch, and to hold on to that with that hit, you know.
He got stung by Louise Hornet just there.
Oh, yeah.
That's
going to be 4th and goal from the 6-yard line, or the 7-yard line, rather. Rhodes from the shotgun. He drops back. He's looking for his receiver on a fade route. And that ball goes incomplete. The intended receiver was number 2, Alex Reyna. And as he was double covered on that fade route, David, it turns over on downs.
It looked like basketball jump ball just then, didn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Those 2 Louise Hornets were going up for it, and they had great position over that Granger wide receiver. They were between him and the ball.
The Hornets take over with 6:36 left in the third quarter. 1st and 10 from the 6-yard line.
Well, let's see what the defense is going to do now. You know, they say
Gonzalez
defense.
from the shotgun. He hands off to Merrick, and there's a flag on the play. as Kyler Merrick
Number 2,
gains a couple yards.
Up the middle.
You know, Michael, that's really a tough drive right there for Granger because you ran all the way down the field. You burned a lot of time. You really wanted to come away with points on that drive, and that was really, you know, you get to a point where you're eventually going to run out of time.
Yeah, exactly.
Against this Louise Hornets defense.
Half the distance walked off against the Hornets. Ball on the 4-yard line. Snap back to Gonzalez with the keeper. He's over the right side, and he's just spinning and spinning. A whirling dervish as he gains about 8 yards on that play. We'll see where the spot's at. He's from the 4, and he's up to the 12-yard line. An 8-yard gain on the keeper from Colin Gonzalez.
15, 13, Nicholas Jonesy in on the tackle.
Morgan Williams wide left for the Hornets.
False start.
It'll be a false start, and that'll back them up.
On the field. It's going to be a false start against Louise.
Oh, man.
Number 5, Christian Munoz was wide right. And the Merrick brothers on either side.
Michael, I hope they have a Jack Brown Cleaners here in town. They're going to need to do some laundry tonight.
Man, I can't recall the last time I've seen so many flags thrown. But the game is still moving along at a pretty good clip. 5:43 remaining in the third quarter. Snap back to Gonzalez in the shotgun.
Number 4, Colin Gonzalez is stopped in the backfield.
That was number 13.
Caleb Mark is tackled by number 13, Nicholas Jonesy.
It is going to be 3rd and 13.
That'll bring up 3rd and 13 from the 4-yard line for the Louise Hornets.
Give credit to the Granger defense. They're really standing tall right now, not giving very much, giving much yards up.
Well, you know, they say defense wins championships. So.
Snap back to Gonzalez. He was in the end zone. He's spinning around this time, and I tell you what, a whole wall of Granger Lions stacked up that left side to keep Gonzalez from gaining any yardage.
Number 54, Cisco
ball at the 4-yard line. Gonzalez was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, you know, Granger has a lot of seniors.
Ball spotted on the 4-yard line.
They're
Number
losing
2,
a lot of guys.
Alexandra is ready for the punt.
Colin Gonzalez in the end zone to punt. The snap back, he's going to roll right, and he'll pooch punt rugby style. This punt, and number 6, Roderick Schooler,
number 6
will down it
Schooler in on the
at the Hornet 44-yard line, and that's where the Lions will start this possession.
You know, if you're the Louise head coach, you want to flip the field, and they were not able to flip the field on that one. Now you give the ball right back to this Granger offense, and you almost
had success in moving the ball.
You almost expect them to take a deep shot right off the bat here.
4:14 remaining as Granger starts their possession. Rhodes from the shotgun. He rolls left, and he's going to keep it. He slides in at the 40-yard line. He's down to the 39 for a pickup of 6.
He gains 6 yards. Number 8, Wiley Strelick in on the tackle.
Well, actually, they spotted it back at the 40. That's more of a gain of 4. That'll bring up 2nd down and 6 for the Granger Lions on the carry by Thomas Rhodes. Johnny Ryder in the slot. Isaiah Williams to the right. Rhodes drops back, then steps forward on the delayed draw.
Number 11.
He'll pick up 3 yards.
Runs it up the middle.
That'll bring up 3rd down and 3.
They need to go back to that hurry-up tempo.
It's going to be 3rd and 3 ball.
It had Louise on their heels when they were doing that. You know?
When they were running a tempo offense, it definitely was catching the Hornets off guard.
Yes.
Lions to the line. Rhodes from the shotgun. Williams in motion. Snap back to Rhodes. He hands off to Reyna up the middle.
Number 4,
Carlos Reyna will pick up the first down with a 7-yard gain. That'll bring the ball to the 29-yard line of the Hornets. This punt now looming large.
Yes, it is. With 2:40, you know, clock is ticking down. You know, this quarter's kind of going by kind of fast. You know, they're kind of running out of time.
Rhodes drops back.
Oh, flag right there.
There's got to be a flag.
There it is.
That's going to be on Gonzalez as he pushes Alex Reyna to the ground. Actually, it's not Alex Reyna. It is Isaiah Williams. That'll be another. Well, there's 2 flags thrown down, so. All right. Defensive pass interference against the Hornets. That will be a Granger Lion first down.
It's going to be 1st and 10.
1st and 10 for the Lions from the 25-yard line. Rhodes with a snap and keeper. He's cut at the legs.
Rhodes with the quarterback keeper to the near
by
side.
number 2.
To the 22-yard line.
Kyler Merrick.
Number 2, Kyler Merrick in on the stop.
That'll be a pickup of 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down and 7 for the Granger Lions. .158 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Rhodes to the line. Snaps. He drops back 2 steps. He rolls right. He's looking for a receiver. He's going to throw this one away, and I tell you what, he is lucky.
Yes, he's lucky.
That Christian Munoz jumped just a little bit too late because it was coming right to him, an interception.
Yes, it was.
It's fortunate.
Number 50.
They teach you to throw it out of bounds. If you're just going to throw it away, throw it out of bounds. Don't throw it downfield.
The 3rd quarter, it is the Louise Hornets 23, Granger Lions
146 now remain in the 3rd quarter.
3rd and 7.
Ball is resting at the 22-yard line of the Hornets. 3rd down and 7. Rhodes will hand off to Corona. Corona spins around. He's down to the 10-yard line.
Number 5, Eric Corona runs it to the near side.
His forward motion will carry him to the 9-yard line, and that will be another Granger Lion first down.
You know, Mike, they should with that little they're loading it off to that side there. They should switch it up and run it back to the open end. And I can see a touchdown happen if they did that.
Empty backfield for Rhodes. He'll hand off to Reyna. Reyna around over the left side.
There he goes.
And he is close to the end zone. He gets the ball over the goal line for a Granger Lion touchdown. Touchdown Lions.
And they did just as I said. Switch it back to go to the opposite direction while everybody's stacked on one side.
And the good thing is, guys, no laundry on the field.
None.
Surprisingly, no laundry on the field.
Yeah.
Number 21, Carlos Garza, on to kick the extra point.
That was number 4, Carlos Reyna, with that touchdown a while ago.
False start on the Lions. That'll back them up.
On next point, there's a false start.
Ball now spotted
at
the 8-yard line. Ball will be placed at the 15 for a 25-yard extra point attempt. Good snap and hold. The kick is up and through the uprights.
2-point game. How do you think about that?
These are the two missed extra points by the Hornets right now that are looming even larger, David, that you talked about.
That's right. We'd be looking at 25-21 right now if my math is correct.
Right.
Well, I believe that fire's been lit at
Definitely
halftime.
what we've seen so far.
Yeah.
In this third quarter, as the Lions have dominated time of possession.
You know, it kind of reminds me of the old Dallas Cowboys. They would never come to play in the first half and always show up in the second half to play. You know.
Back in the day. And my day was a long time ago. Players like Randy White, Tutal Jones, Harvey Martin.
Oh, yeah.
Jethro Pugh, D.D. Lewis, Charlie Waters. Some of those old Cowboy defensive greats. And along with Tony Dorsett, Roger Staubach, Robert Newhouse, Jay Salty.
10, Morgan Williams, are set for the kickoff.
What would you do here, Mike? Kick it deep or try to get that ball back?
Well, I think I would kick it high and toward the middle. Keep it out of the hands. But they've moved their line up. With these guys sitting back here, I think I would try. Uh-oh, that's going to
misfire.
That is going to be a misfire, and I don't know if they're going to let him re-kick it or it's going to go over right there. Well, they're going to take possession right there.
That's a big misfire.
And typically it's going to roll over for, I think, a 5-yard penalty for touching it beyond
the ball is going to be spotted on the 40-yard line for Louise.
But I think we've seen this once before this season, David, where they did that. The Hornets do take over. The ball is spotted at the Lion 40-yard line. 40 yards to pay dirt for Colin Gonzalez and the Hornet offense. Gonzalez rolls right. He's looking for a receiver, and he finds
lineman downfield.
Cardenas.
Bring that back.
To number 3, Aaron
but it looks like we got holding.
Number 3, Isaiah Williams is in on the stop.
That'd be a legal man downfield.
Louise is going to be coming back. The legal man downfield.
Waiting to see. Did y'all happen to catch? David, did you see it?
I believe it was an illegal man downfield on the Louise Hornets.
I didn't see the penalty, and I didn't see the umpire give the signal. Illegal man downfield. That'll back
be spotted on the
up 5 yards on what was a first down catch by Cardenas. Wide left. Morgan Williams, Aaron Cardenas. To the left, Gonzalez, Marek, and he's looking for his receiver. That ball's out of bounds and it's over the head of Christian Munoz.
That was a good defensive play by that cornerback there.
Yeah, Alex Reyna on the coverage as he was stride for stride. With Munoz.
Second and 15, ball spotted on the 45-yard line.
That'll bring up second down and 15 from the 45 of the Lions with 4:70 remaining in the
47 seconds.
47 seconds remaining. 470. Dude, I tell you what. Silly season right here. 47 seconds left in the third quarter. Hornets are going to take a timeout. There was some confusion on the signals from the sideline to Colin Gonzalez. And with that, we're going to talk about tonight's sponsor, Chillin' and Grillin' Barbecue Products in Granger. Chillin' and Grillin' carries Yoder, Memphis, and Green Mountain pellet grills. They specialize, David, in pellet grills only.
And
which have become very popular.
Yes, and he sells a lot of those pellet grills, and you know, you cook your meat on there, and it's just like, wow, what type of wood you use, and you're using these pellets, you know.
And they have a wide variety of different flavors: apple, pecan, cherry, hickory, mesquite, and then they have blends as well.
Yeah.
So they have some blended smoke woods in pellet form at Chillin' and Grillin' Barbecue Products in Granger. They're located at 5850 County Road 327 in Granger. Or you know what would be even better? Why don't you call Terry Morrow and let him know that you appreciate Chillin' and Grillin' Barbecue Products sponsoring Granger Lion football.
That's right.
512-859-2129.
These Granger fans, Michael, are really making a lot of noise as the clock begins to run.
Pitch out to Merrick from Gonzalez as he'll gain 6 yards on the play. That'll bring up a 3rd down and 9 from the 39-yard line of the Lions.
Back to the original 10 yards.
Number 2, Alex Reyna in on the tackle.
Tackle made by Alex Reyna of the Lions.
In the 3rd quarter.
I believe they're going to be content to let this quarter run out as we're down to about 13 seconds.
Yeah, I believe you're right.
Yeah, the play clock is not moving. It's at 40. And that will be the end of the 3rd quarter. And on to the 4th quarter. Your Granger Lions trail by 2. And Granger has the Hornets at their 39-yard line, trying to make it down to pay dirt once more, David.
Michael, would you call this a round 1 Class 2A Division II barn burner?
Buddy, I tell you what, it is a back and forth seesaw from what we've seen. You know, the Hornets really dominated the first half.
You know, our listenings, I got to think that our listeners back home in Granger, Texas are on the edge of their seats hoping these Granger Lions will be able to come out of here with a W.
Oh, yeah, definitely, definitely. I never would imagine it being this close. But then again, it's playoffs. This is starting over your season. You're 0-0 right now, you know?
Yep. It's like you said at the very first of the game. 1-0. You got to play for 1-0 with each game because there's no game after this if you don't win. It's the end of your season.
Yep.
You win or go home. And speaking of, the winner of tonight's contest will play the winner of the La Villa and Runge game that's being played tonight. Colin Gonzalez from the shotgun. He drops back. He's looking for his receiver. Merrick is wide open. That's a
he missed
he
it.
drops it.
He dropped it.
And they're ruling it incomplete.
Oh, man. Wow.
You talk about breathing life. He had it in his hands going into the end zone and lost possession of it.
The defensive backs just lost coverage on that, and that wide receiver was wide open. He had the ball.
Incomplete. There was some discussion as to did he have possession when he crossed the line. That'll bring up 4th down and 9 on an excellent pass from Colin Gonzalez that was in the hands of Kyler Merrick.
So here you are, 4th quarter. Do you give it back to that Granger Lions offense, or do you try and go for it on a long 4th down?
Well, it's a shorter field for the Lions. Do you back them up and then rely on your defense to make the stand?
Speaking of that La Villa and Runge game, it's 19-20 in the 3rd quarter with 10 minutes left.
Wow, so there's another close game. Now waiting for officials to get their spots.
I believe they were explaining some things to the Louise Hornets football coach over there.
So Colin Gonzalez barking out signals, empty set.
4th and 9, ball spotted on 39
Trips left. Twins right. 4th and 9. Merrick lines up next to Gonzalez. Gonzalez is going to keep, and he's going to be slung and thrown down for a 2-yard loss and a turnover on downs for a Granger Lion. First down.
That's right. They're fired up, boy. I'll tell you now. This the Granger Lions I know come to play.
That may be the momentum that the Granger Lions need.
You're definitely right. You're definitely right on that one.
Gonzalez was relying on his speed and his feet to get around that left edge, and he was caught and slung down for a 2-yard loss.
Oh, yeah.
The Granger defense read that one really well. They stayed in their assignment positions, and they did not let them get that first down. Could have been that's a big play for this game.
Thomas Rhodes from the shotgun. He drops back. He's going to throw over to the left. He's going to hit Reyna around the corner. Reyna up to the 50-yard line where he is thrown out of bounds. That'll be a gain of 8. Second down and 2 from the 50-yard line.
You know, these kids here, man, they got a lot of fight in them. They ain't backing down.
11:22 remaining in the third or fourth quarter. Williams in motion. Snap back to Rhodes. He hands off to Reyna. Reyna to the 15. I mean the 40.
To the 40.
Carlos Reyna
that's
with
it.
the carry.
Carlos Reyna. That's what I was telling you earlier. He's one of their workhorses.
Ball at the 40-yard line of the Hornets. Now that decision to go for it on 4th and 9 for the Hornets.
I think that's going to come back and bite them.
Yeah, if they'd have done a little pooch kick there and maybe been able to nail that ball down there within the 10-yard line, it'd be a lot harder for Granger to do this.
Hand off to Corona. Corona around the right side on the sweep. He's going to pick up another 10 yards as he's to the 30-yard line for another Granger Lions first down.
I tell you what, they're starting to chew them up now, boy.
Back in the 80s, TCU had head coach Jim Wacker, and Jim Wacker trained his players to play smash mouth horn frog football. He called it smash mouth football, and I tell you what, the Lions are playing some smash mouth football in this second half.
Oh yeah, definitely.
The first half, I don't know. I was confused. I was expecting to see a district champion come out here and play, but they're kind of playing lethargic. People standing around, not in on tackles. They're watching other teammates tackle and not gang tackling.
No one comes onto the field after the game. It is UIL rule that no one comes onto the field.
You know, Michael, some of that might have been the long bus ride down here. This is quite a ways from Granger, Texas, down here in Sealy. It's probably about at least a 2-hour drive. I'm not sure how far Louise had to travel, but that's got to have an impact in that old yellow dog bus.
Rhodes from the shotgun, Reyna to his left. He will hand off to Corona. Corona over to the left side. He's around the corner. He's down to the 25-yard line where he goes out of bounds. Looks like they're going to spot him at the 24.
Well, I think speed's outmatching size right now.
That's a gain of 6 yards. That'll bring up second down and 4 from the 24 with 10-11 remaining in the game. Rhodes has the snap. He hands off to Reyna. Reyna with a delayed draw, and he might gain a yard, maybe a couple feet.
Yeah.
That'll bring up third down and about 3 yards.
And that's not bad to be a third and short.
No, definitely not.
Definitely a third and makeable.
Yep.
At this point right here.
You know, back in my day in school, we would run that ISO straight up the gut for that 3 yards.
In the Wildcat formation, Reyna takes the direct snap. He goes up the middle, and he's over the 20-yard line to the 18 for another Granger Lion first down.
but it is good enough for a Granger first down.
We're knocking on the door, Mike.
Yes, we are.
First and 10 for
Lions
Granger,
into the
9:16
red zone
left in
and
the game.
doing my best impressions of our good friend Rob Hipp,
Oh, yeah.
our operations director up here with our first down motions. Rhodes with a shotgun. He will hand off to Isaiah Williams.
Oh, there's a
going
flag
to
on the
be
field.
A flag on the play.
They're going to be moving the sticks again, it looks like.
Williams down to the 6-yard line.
Wait a minute. Is that a flag over there?
There was a flag thrown.
I thought I saw one.
Brought down by number 50, Duran Vasquez.
And the Lions are backing up.
It's going to be holding against Granger. That play will be coming back.
That is what you don't need.
Yeah.
Right. You know, if you can move down the field and get first downs on a lot of these plays, which Granger's been doing, but then you get a drive stopper like that, that drives those coaches crazy.
That will bring up
first and a mile.
First and 16. Rhodes drops back and whistles blow.
Ball is incomplete to number 4, Carlos Reyna. False start on the play.
Well. With 8:44 left in the game, they seem to be going backwards right now.
A false start will be walked off, and that'll bring up a first and 21.
That's about a first and Taylor, right?
Yeah.
Taylor, right?
Yeah.
Ball spotted on the 29-yard line. It is first and 21 for Granger.
Rhodes in the shotgun. There's going to be an offside penalty. They'll get that 5 yards back.
Some more dirty laundry.
Kyler Merrick got a little jicky with it and took.
You know, if he was trying to do that hard count, if that Granger quarterback was trying to get that hard count in, that's pretty smart play to try and get some of those yards back.
Right.
First and 16.
19 left in the game. Ball spotted on the 29-yard line.
From the 29-yard line or 24-yard line. Snap over to Rhodes, and he'll hit Johnny Ryder. Ryder.
He got a bunch of them yards
down
back.
To the 14-yard line.
Brought down by number 12, Dalen Machik. Ball's gonna be spotted.
That will bring up a more manageable second down and 6 for Granger.
You know, I see a lot of hands on their waist down there for that defense.
7:46 remaining in the game with the Lions driving at will. Reyna to the right of Rhodes. Rhodes from the shotgun. He'll hand off to Corona. Corona around over the left side. He's still on his feet. He's over the 20, and he will be brought down at the 19-yard line.
Yeah, no gain on that one. With the clock ticking, we're down to 7:15 left in the game. I believe next one to score will win, I do believe, the way the clock is rolling.
Number 12, Dalen Matzachek in on the tackle for the Hornets. Carlos Reyna to the left of Rhodes. Williams in motion.
Okay.
Rhodes with the keeper.
Touchdown.
And he's up the middle. He's got to score. Another Granger Lion touchdown with the keeper over the left side. David, you got to give your hats off to this offensive line, to those big boys up front that are driving the Louise Hornets off the line.
Oh, yeah. Definitely. That line has come alive.
Yes.
They have come alive the second half.
They really have. You've got that offensive line of Granger is just really pushing those Hornets down the field, and that one miscue for the offsides and false start. But beyond that, they're just running down the field really well. And like Travis was saying, you're starting to see some hands on the shoulders or hands on the hips and stuff like that. They're wearing them down.
Yeah, that size comes in a factor after a while with these little guys, you know.
Lions lead 27-23 with 6:43 remaining in the game.
You know, it's kind of like David and Goliath right now, you know.
gentlemen, I see a flag on the field about the 3-yard line, and it appears like there's some type of timeout.
I believe there may have been a timeout called by the Lions.
That's the football.
Hey, do you need
I've
my
seen
glasses?
so many flags tonight. The football looks like a flag.
Hey, do you need my glasses by chance? No.
Good thing I'm not a ref, huh?
All right, well, it looks like they got the fridge package in as Lee Ryder is in the backfield. Rhodes under center. He will hand off to Isaiah Williams over the right side, the right tackle for the 2-point conversion. 29-23. Your Granger Lions have now taken the lead over the Louise Hornets in this by-district championship game.
Oh, man. See, this is the Granger Lions I'm used to seeing right here. They decided to show up at halftime. I guess that bus ride finally caught up with them, you know.
They have definitely stepped it up in this second half, David.
That they have. That was a dominating and a long drive that took quite a few minutes off the clock. We're down to 6:43 remaining in this ball game, and it's up to the Louise Hornets. They trail by 6 points. And those 2 missed extra points at this point are not going to matter. They've got to have a touchdown in order to tie the game. And then that extra point would put them ahead, so that would be important.
Those 2 extra points. It would be 29-25.
Because now they're counting on that extra point. If they get a touchdown, they've got to have an extra point to take the lead.
Carlos Garza on for the kickoff for the Lions, back deep for the Hornets. Roderick Schooler and Morgan Williams playing about minimum depth. Kick by Garza. This is going to be fielded at the 40 by Blake Yeager.
Called a fair catch. That was a short kick. They're at the 40-yard line for Louise's 40-yard line. That's decent field position. You've got 60 yards to go to win this ball game.
Yeager, a freshman on this Hornets squad. Now it's up to your Lion defense.
I was going over that roster there for the Louise Hornets. You know, they only have 5 seniors on the team. They're a young team.
Well, they're playing with a lot of composure tonight. Colin Gonzalez to lead his offense. From the shotgun, he'll hand off to Merrick.
And the fans are
Tyler
coming
Merrick
alive.
met at the line, and he is just stopped.
This defense is
Just saw the Granger coach is getting this crowd fired up. He's telling that band, make some noise. Granger fans, get on your feet, make some noise, and disrupt this Louise Hornets offense. And they are responding.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
You got to be looking at the time running off the play clock. Colin Gonzalez from the shotgun. He'll hand off to Kyler Merrick one more time.
And he's met by a
and
pack
he
of
will
lions.
be brought down for a loss. Number 74, Caleb Fila.
Tell you what, man.
The wall for the Lions.
That last Granger touchdown, you can definitely feel the momentum shift at this Sealy Tigers Stadium. The Granger fans are really into it now, making a lot of noise trying to disrupt the Hornets.
3rd and 10 from the Hornet 40.
You know, Coach Brock is really fired up
remaining
over there.
in the game. Snap back to Gonzalez. He rolls right, pitches out left to Merrick. Merrick will be swung and brought down by Carlos Reyna.
Number 4.
2-yard gain on the play. 4th down. Actually, they're going to give him 3. 4th down and 7. Now it's gut check time, David.
Yep.
This is probably the biggest play in the ball game, Michael.
5 minutes left in the game.
This may be for the game right here.
Coach Brock's fired up down there.
Back deep, maybe a little pooch punt.
Oh, and he did it this time.
And there's nobody back deep for the Lions. This will roll dead at the 18-yard line. 82 yards to go with 4 minutes, 39 seconds.
The Hornets coach must have confidence in his defensive ability to be able to stop Granger Lions right now. I wasn't expecting a pooch kick right there. I was honestly expecting them to try and go for it. But
I did too, to be honest with you, because it had to be the game.
But he wants to give Granger a long field to work with and hope that his defense can come up with a 3-and-out right here and get the ball back.
Well, I think with the guys up front.
Golly.
Flags being thrown on the field.
Going to be marched back, a delay of game.
Boy.
A 5, yeah, wow, that was quick.
You got
legal substitution.
When the ball turns over, you've got 25 seconds to get that ball snapped.
Oh, he's calling a legal substitution.
No, number 10.
That'll spot the ball back at the 13-yard line. 1st and 15 from the 13 for the Granger Lions. Under center, Rhodes will keep it. He's over the 15 to the 16-yard line. That'll be a gain of 2.
Thomas Rhodes with the quarterback keeper.
Actually going to give him an extra yard, a gain of 3. Second down and 12.
Going to be 2nd and 12 for Granger.
And he might have gotten more yards, but his foot slipped.
Yeah, it slipped over there. I've seen that.
I thought I saw the ball come out. I thought there was a little miscue in the transition there, and then picked up that ball and took off running.
Yeah.
Rhodes to the line, under center. Williams and Corona. Reyna behind the line. He'll hand off to Reyna. Reyna
nowhere.
Met at the line by Aaron Cardenas for no gain. That'll bring up 3rd down and 12.
3rd and 12, ball spotted on the
3:33 remain in the game.
You know, Michael, one of the things about that last Granger drive is the defense has been out on the field. The Louise Hornets defense has been out on the field for quite some time now.
The Lions have dominated time of possession in this half. Hand off to Corona. He's around over the 20.
Oh,
He's
there
to
he
the
goes.
30. He's to the 30. He steps out at the 36-yard line. But he picks up another Granger Lion first down. That's exactly what the Lions needed right there.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
To continue this drive.
Yeah.
3 minutes and 5 seconds remain in the half, and you can expect Coach Brock and the Lions to ground and pound the rest of the way.
Exactly, yeah. I would do the same thing. Chew it up, make them spend their timeouts.
Rhodes from the shotgun. Reyna to his right. He'll hand off to Reyna. Reyna round to the left side. He's still chugging. He's over the 40 to the 42-yard line. That will be a gain of 6 on the play.
Number 2, Tyler Mark, in on the
Bring up 2nd down and 4 from the 42.
Ball's going to be spotted on the 42-yard line. It's going to be 2nd and
2:41 remain on the clock, and the clock is running.
I see a little dirty bit of dirty playing out there.
Play clock down to 17 seconds.
You do not go on the field after the football game. It is UIL rule. You do not go on the field after the football game. Thank you.
Back to the line from the shotgun. He'll hand off to Isaiah Williams. Isaiah Williams around over the right side.
Another first
down.
down.
He's up to the 50-yard line for another Granger Lion first down.
With 2:12 remaining, that's going to make it really hard for these Louise Hornets. Going to be able to beat the Granger Lions. Granger Lions just have come out in this second half, and they are controlling this ball game.
Oh, yeah.
And big credit to the coaching staff at halftime to be able to make some changes and Louise
Well,
Hornets. It's just too much for the Louise Hornets.
The one thing that we've seen, and you made mention of this at the first of the game when you were looking over the rosters, and you mentioned it in the broadcast early in the game, a lot of these guys are playing both ways. They're getting tired. They're playing against a district champion. They're starting to get tired, and the fatigue is showing through.
Timeout, Granger. What in the world's going on?
Coach unhappy with what he was seeing.
I think you've got to make sure that you do not give any opportunity for Luis to get this ball back. And so he, on first down, you've got this game under control. Minute 37 left. You go ahead and call that timeout. Make sure you've got that play exactly right so you can put this game away.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
You definitely, if you're looking at the two groups right now, the momentum has been with the Lions from the onset of the second half. You look at that other side over there, the guys are tired, they're fatigued, they're worn out. My hat's off to them because they've played a great ball game.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
You look at the score of this game right here, and it's been a tale of two halves.
Yeah, it's just, but, it's kind of like David and Goliath, it's tale of the big versus the small, Granger's unfortunately smaller than,
Louise dominated the first half. Granger has dominated the second half.
And you look down there on the field, and their physical conditioning is a testament to that. You can tell they put in a lot of work on the offseason and throughout this entire season. They're a lot bigger.
Corona in motion. The snap back to Rhodes. Rhodes with the keeper. He's through the left side. He's to the 42-yard line of the Hornets. That'll bring up second down and 1, 2 as they back it up. And another timeout's called. This time the Hornets will take the timeout. And we'll take this opportunity to mention our benevolent sponsor, Terry Morrow and Chillin' and Grillin' Barbecue Products located in Granger, Texas. And thank them for sponsoring Granger Lion football on SHN Sports. I'm Michael Francis alongside David England and Travis Sessums as we bring you Granger Lion football. And we hope you've enjoyed listening to this contest tonight. And it stands the way it is right now, David. It's going to be
score update. Runge is ahead of La Villa 25-20 with the start of the fourth quarter.
So they're in the fourth quarter, and Runge has the lead. 1:28 remaining in the game. Thomas Rhodes moves up to under center. There's going to be a false start on Granger. And they'll march off that 5 yards.
5-yard penalty. Ball spotted on the 47-yard line. It's going to be 2nd and 7.
Second down and 7. Snap, handoff to Isaiah Williams. Isaiah Williams will be swung.
Number 3, Isaiah Williams, with a loss in the backfield.
Well,
brought down by number 2, Kyler Mark, and 3, Aaron Garinas.
That brings up third down, don't it?
Ball spotted on the 48-yard line. It's going to be 3rd and 11.
with a minute and 21 left. 29-23.
Timeout charge to the Hornets.
1:21 remains in the game. Third down and 11 for the Lions. Thomas Rhodes back out on the field.
Lavia just took the lead back to 28-25 over there in that game.
3rd and 11. Ball spotted on the 48-yard line. 1:21 left in the game.
Rhodes under center. He'll take the snap and he'll hand off to Reyna.
Straight up the middle.
Reyna will pick up 9 yards. That'll bring up a 4th down and 2.
It's going to be a little short of a first down. It's going to be 4th and 2. Number 9, Caleb Mark.
4th and 2 for the Lions. Down to 54 seconds.
Dalen Machik in on the stop.
18 seconds remain on the play clock. And they may let it run all the way down to 1 and call a timeout. 33.7 seconds remain in the contest.
Wow.
Wow is all you can say right now. Is it's been Granger Lion football this entire second half.
This whole second half it has.
They've dominated time of possession. The offensive line has controlled the line of scrimmage.
Yes, it definitely has. What do you say? Go for it and gamble?
Well, I
or
would.
pooch kick it?
I would say go for it and gamble and run time off the clock. If you don't make it, it's going to be a turnover on downs, but you're assured that they're going to have to go for it.
Yeah.
If you pick up the first down,
that's the game.
That's the game.
Yeah.
And Rhodes is on his way out there to guide his offense.
Maybe a hard
to
count, maybe.
A by-district victory.
Maybe so. First down,
Brings in
seal it in.
the jumbo package. Lee Ryder in the backfield. The handoff will go to Isaiah Williams, and he will pick up.
That's the ball game.
The Lion first down. When they did what they needed to do, running behind Lee Ryder to pick up the first down.
20 seconds left in the game.
David making his way down to the field, and hopefully to get a word in with Coach Brock. Got a lot of static, so I don't know if that's going to work out. David, can you hear me? The final score here in Sealy. Granger Lions 29, the Louise Hornets 23. As the Granger Lions are your by-district champion, representing District 13 2A Division II, as they will take home the golden football today, Travis.
Yes, sir. The golden football is always special to have.
Nice to have, but in the first half of this ball game,
woo, it was scary.
That looked questionable.
Yes, it did. It looked very questionable. That was not the Granger Lions I've seen all year play, and when they came out the second half, that was the Granger Lions I've seen all year come out to play.
Michael, Travis, can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir. We sure can.
We hear you really well.
I'm going to look for an opportunity to get with the Granger head coach. I'll let y'all continue in the back to the booth.
The thing that we talked about was during halftime that Coach Brock needed to make the necessary adjustments with his team at halftime. He went in there at halftime. He talked to his players, got their attention, and they came out a completely different team.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. They came out way different. It's kind of like that old saying, you know, get your elbows ready, you know.
Right.
Because it was a dogfight.
It was a dogfight, and it was smash mouth football for the Granger Lions from the opening kickoff of the second half as they dominated the Louise Hornets in time of possession, in offense, in defense. They controlled the entire tempo of the game from that point, which is something we did not see in the first half.
Yeah, like they were lost. It's like they were lost. Like, you know, what are we doing? You know, I don't know what we're doing. This is kind of what I felt like when I was up here watching. Then as they went in halftime and got adjusted, I guess, you know, they lit that fire under their tail and went from there, you know.
So Doppler Dave on his way down. I see him on the field. He's get with Coach Brock and interview Coach Brock here at the end of the game and get his thoughts and perspective on what he saw from his boys.
Oh yeah, that's one. This team here is special. Yeah, they got a lot of seniors, and you know, they got a lot of heart, and they're a brotherhood. You know, it's not just one man, you know, I this or I that. There's no I in this team here.
Well, they played with composure. They played with resiliency as they fought back. They took control of this game, and they will advance to the next round in the playoffs. It'll be the area round, and the opponent and the place to be played are yet to be named.
Yeah. I think it's going to be the winner out of Runge and La Villa. And right now they haven't updated it. It's still 28-25 with 10 minutes left in that game. But
they're in the fourth quarter. And the winner of that game, if you can keep up with it on the internet, and if you are able to listen to their radio broadcast, perhaps you will know who your next opponent will be versus your Granger Lions in the area round of the Texas High School football playoffs.
And you can catch us there next week too.
So next week we will be bringing you Granger Lion football on SHN Sports. Depending upon what day, if it's a Saturday game, Dave will be back with us. If not, his duties will take him to Georgetown. It has been a pleasure having David with us.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
We're going to let these young men celebrate. They're being issued being given the gold football right now. I made eye contact with Coach. I said, go ahead, Coach, this is special.
A special moment, and unfortunately, we can't stream the video during the playoffs due to UIL restrictions. So you were only to present audio only for you. But what an emotional moment this is for Coach Brock and his Granger Lions.
Oh, he just got doused over down there with the water.
Just got.
Oh, there he goes.
There he goes. Like a couple of his big linemen up front were the ones to do the watering duties.
Oh, yeah.
We'd also like to thank our great hosts here in Sealy that allowed us the use of their press box to set up and broadcast from. So our hats off to the fine folks here at TJ Mills Stadium in Sealy, Texas.
Yeah, gotta love them, gotta love it. Glad for them to have us here. It's a nice stadium.
It's a nice stadium, a nice field. Home of Eric Dickerson, the former SMU Mustang and NFL Hall of Famer.
I'll tell you what, Michael, Travis, this is TJ Mills Stadium is a beautiful facility. The turf down here is absolutely beautiful. What a great place to have a round one football game out here in Sealy, Texas. And just like you talked about, the folks up here are just super, super nice to SHN.
Absolutely, and now they're taking the team photo with the football and all the coaching staff, all the fine folks with Granger High School. And our hats off to the Granger Lions for their 29-23 by-district victory over the Louise Hornets. By-district champions. That's one notch and one step in the ladder. 5 more to go before they can play in Dallas, Texas at AT&T Stadium.
That's correct. You know, I played in that stadium doing the alumni football. You know, that's how I got hooked up with Rob.
Right.
You know, and
Michael.
Here's Coach Mike.
Coach Brock, first off, congratulations. Congratulations on a wonderful round 1 victory in Class 2A Division II football here in Sealy, Texas. You're one step closer to AT&T Stadium. What a game. Close game, back and forth. What adjustments did you make in the second half and tell your young men in the locker room?
Well, you know, when you go in the locker room, and I think when we first came out, the guys were still adjusting to not having Ryan. And but all year we've just been a team. And so we go in, we talk to them, we look at how they're playing, we look at their weakness, we start to motion, you know, and give our main guys the ball. You know, Eric Corona and Isaiah Williams and Carlos Reina have been helping us all year long and kicking butt, and just got to get in their hands and let's go. You know, made some great passes. Thomas Rhodes, I don't know how many completions he had or how many yards he had, but he had a few touchdowns, and it was just a good team victory. You know, I can't ask for anything more. Just our whole motto is family. You know, and no matter what, it doesn't matter if the other team's got 3 or 4 just D1 athletes. We just want to come out and fight and be scrappy and play as a team. And we don't have a lot of big kids, and that's just the Granger way. High expectations. That's the new Granger way. High expectations and play as hard as we can.
Well, Coach, we'll let you continue to celebrate with your team, and you got a lot to be thankful for going into Thanksgiving, and you're playing after Thanksgiving. Yes. Congratulations, Coach.
Man, I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Michael Francis, back to you.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Doppler Dave. And congratulations, Coach Brock and the Granger Lions. What an exciting game, an exciting second half
yes,
here in Sealy tonight.
That's what all football's about right there.
Dominated every statistic in every phase of the game in this second half, Dave.
That's right. Hats off to this Granger program. They faced a really good Louise program that really gave them a good challenge, and I think is actually going to give them a lot of coaching opportunities in this off week while they get ready over Thanksgiving break, get ready for the next challenge for whoever that next opponent may be.
So looking at Lavia and Runge, the winner of that game will be your next opponent. And then the factors will be, typically the way it goes, the coaches will contact each other by phone. There'll be a coin toss, or usually the way it works, I believe they choose an area code or a zip code or something like that. And the one who has the odd or even zip code wins the toss. I think it's something like that, Dave. So that's usually how it is, and then they'll flip for home and location. And we'll know that answer sometime later this evening, most likely. So for David England and Travis Sessums, this is Michael Francis, and you've been listening to Going back to my other broadcast, the Granger Lion by district championship football on SHN Sports. And like my good friend Rob says, friends, make an impact on someone's life today. Lend a hand of support, provide a word of encouragement. Someone out there needs you today. And we also want to thank Terry Morrow and the fine folks at Chillin' and Grillin' Barbecue Products for their sponsorship tonight of Granger Lion football. So for David and Travis, this is Michael Francis saying good night, everybody, and thank you for listening to Granger Lion football on SHN Sports. Good night, everybody.
Good night, y'all.